Good morning. I hope you're doing good. I've been so busy with helping my friend with her house and her website that I haven't had much time to make videos. So I didn't make a video last night. I wanted to, I was just too tired. But having said that, I feel like I'm making progress. Hopefully I'm gaining some skills to. I'd put you up higher, but the sun is going to get in your eyes. Gaining some skills that will help me stay in the job market, or get a job, and maybe start my own company. So maybe in 6 months I'll have some really cool skills like web development and Linux and stuff like that, MySQL, PHP. So anyways, I don't have much to say today. It's for some reason making videos every 2 days is a little bit different than every day. I for some reason it just doesn't feel like I can honestly get into any deep discussions. It just feels like it just doesn't feel right. So I guess I need to wait before I can do these on a more daily basis instead of every 2 days, and then we'll dive deeper into subject matter. So still hurting down there, and still difficult to get around, tie my shoes, get out of bed. Those kinds of things. Sit. I'm able to play my drums at her house, and I'm putting about 2 hours in, and that's going good. Sitting is a problem, but once I'm sitting, I have to ease down. Once I'm sitting in the sitting position, I can stay there for an hour before my rear end starts to hurt. Then I get up, and when I get up really slow, and my tailbone hurts. It's been about a year and a half, somewhere around mid 2012, early 2012, since the tissue around my tailbone has been deteriorating. I currently can feel my tailbone using my finger, and I can feel about a half inch to an inch along the tailbone. I believe that an MRI image that one of the MRI images that I've had a couple of years ago or a year ago shows some sort of issue there, tissue that's been exposed. It's my belief that and I'm not a doctor. Obviously, it's my belief that tissue that becomes embalmed in vivo is in a live person versus a dead person. So, because I'm not dead, obviously, and I'm talking about my groin exhibiting properties of an embalmed groin. I have to start talking about embalmed tissue. So, what was I going to say? It's my belief that embalmed tissue, which has no blood flow, I mean, there's no argument there. Embalmed tissue it's my belief that embalmed tissue in vivo would show up on an MRI with contrast, would show up as fat, would show up as high bright areas on an MRI. And I don't know what the T modes are, but one of those images, they do different modes. If you want me to go research that to prove my point, I can do that. One of those images would show embalmed tissue as a bright area, and because it has no blood flow, that's it shows up. It would look like fat on an MRI, and I believe that radiologists consider fat and scar tissue to be around the same kind of have the same reflectionary properties in an MRI, the same contrast or the same brightness as or if you want to say the same contrast level as an MRI, because the contrast is a intravenous intravascular maybe chemical that travels through your blood, and wherever your blood flows to, it highlights it shows up on an MRI. So embalmed tissue doesn't have blood flow, and so there'd be no contrast material getting to the embalmed tissue. So I guess this gets into the area of beyond what's happened to me in Thailand and what the doctors are not doing for me here in the United States. And they might be running tests, they might be getting some sort of indication on an MRI, but for some reason the either between the radiologist and the doctors that ordered the MRI, they aren't coming up with the diagnosis, and for perhaps obvious or not so obvious reasons. So that's my thought for today. I don't know how we got in this subject. Well, it's my channel. Obviously, I forgot how we got here, but it's early in the morning, and if I don't do the video in the morning, I get busy, and it doesn't happen. So in the morning, I'll try to get these going, and I was even thinking about doing more than one a day if something comes to my mind that I want to talk about. It really should, this channel should be sort of like a diary of my thoughts. It shouldn't have to happen every 24 hours on the money. It should happen just whenever I need to talk about something. I think so. That's what I think. Another issue is the batteries in this thing. This recording device. The batteries need to be charged, and when I charge them and take the batteries out, the date and time get reset to 2000 and something, 2009, I think. And so if I don't change the date and time on the device, and I don't immediately upload the file, then it might be hard to determine what day I recorded it. But not really high priority. I'm getting real good at changing the date and time when I put the batteries in. But if you were to look at a file that I've uploaded and you saw the date 2009, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm lying and that I created these videos back in 2009 and I'm making up a bunch of baloney. It's I don't want you to get that idea, so thought I'd mention that. So anyways, good morning, and that was a little bit about I guess I told you about this embalmed tissue and what it looks like on an MRI, because it was what I was thinking about yesterday. I mean, I think about my problem quite a bit, obviously, and what do I want to say on the channel? And so I'm glad I said this. That's probably why I said it, is because I was on my mind yesterday, and I do plan on showing pictures of the MRI. Showing pictures of the MRI. Yeah, showing pictures of the MRI, putting it on Flickr so that you can go look at that MRI of the tailbone. Oh, that's right. We were talking about playing the drums and why the tailbone hurts, and I haven't really told you about the tailbone. It's one of those bits of information that just adds on to the story and makes the story even more incredible. That and the pain that I'm going through, that I have to go through because doctors don't think that I'll be able to tell my story without their help. That they can get away with not diagnosing me. And I did see a spine surgeon. I walked in there, told him I had pain in my tailbone. He did not make me undress. He did not put his hand on my tailbone he did not put his finger on my tailbone to mash around to determine what was going on. So I just find that highly coincidental that I called this doctor. I got a referral. I had insurance. I could pay. I had a job. I drove there. Took time off to work to drive to this guy's office, and all I did was take a X-ray. And because he didn't see anything on the X-ray, no inflammation, he decided that was good enough. And I just find that just highly coincidental. Someone that another professional that didn't see something, didn't see an issue, didn't see an issue with what I was coming to him for. And besides that, he wanted me to sign an arbitration agreement before he would treat me. So I didn't like the idea of that, not being able to sue a doctor, not being able to sue a doctor if he fails to do something, you know. So it's very difficult to get help for, and it's just another part of the story. So the sun's coming out, and I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you're enjoying my videos. Things are going to get interesting. Yeah, I'm hanging around transgender people now that care about me, and I think I'm gonna get some help now. I'm going to build an army. I'm going to build an army around me, and this is not going to continue on that much longer. I guarantee you, this is not going to continue much longer. 1,640 days that I'm continuing to suffer. So, okay, take care. Thanks for watching, and sorry for the long video. And I'll try to do these every day, maybe more frequently. Okay.